Hello everyone, this is Asim from Trade with Asim and Sajjad, and today I'm here with daily analysis of dollar index, Euro USD, GBP USD, USD Canadian dollar and gold. Before I start with my daily analysis, I would ask those people who have just joined our channel and they are watching the video for the first time to kindly subscribe to our channel so that you can get all the updates that we post it on daily basis. Starting from our website, which is tradewithasimandSajjad.com, a brief overview of the website, which is having educational material in terms of PDF books. We have got live charts, brokers list, economic calendar, video analysis, text analysis, and trading signals. And we do have a feedback or contact us form so that we can get in touch with you. On the right hand side, you can see the top recommended brokers starting from Exam, CFD Global, Noor Capital, Amana Capital, and Pepperstone. They are one of the best brokers, and if you sign up with one of our recommended brokers, you will get lifetime signals free from our Telegram channel. Looking into the economic calendar for 25th of June 2018, I can see one of the most important news that will come from, which is CPI, which will come for Australian dollar. For Eurozone, there is the important news is at 8 o'clock, which is at German business climate, LFO business climate index, as well as from the US, the new home sales will come, as well as we are expecting the crude oil inventories. Crude oil inventories, you need to note that the crude oil inventories have a very good impact on the USDCAD pair. So the more the oil prices goes, we can expect a very big drop in the USD Canadian dollar pair. Now I will take you to our channel, which is Trade with Asim and Sajjad. You can search on YouTube and Google as well. Starting my analysis with dollar index, today we were looking at the market. It was completely sideways and it was devastating. At one point we can see that the sellers and the buyers were exhausted, and we did not see that the market really moved lower or higher. It started with the very lower points, and it was trying to move towards downward direction, as the stochastics in the technical analysis shows that it should go down, but it did not went as expected, as the buyers and the seller both got exhausted, and we turn up that the market was sideways for 24th of July. Moving forward, I am expected a little bit downward movement, as I can see that it will obviously by the end of week I am expecting that it will try to approach 94 points for the dollar index on the it will approach on Fibonacci level for 93.86 level. We hope that the market and the dollar index drops as well further on, as since this week has started, we are not really seeing a good moment in the market as it is expected to be. Now moving into our first pair, which is Euro USD. On daily outlook, we can see that it went at a very lower at support 2.161, and it has started a kind of a bearish momentum. But in order to get a bearish momentum, I will just change the style of the plot so that we have actually Hikanashi, and I can see that at Hikanashi my levels were completely going toward downward, and it tried to breach the support 2, which is at 1.165. It has formed a bearish momentum, which was not really expected, as the dollar was weak and the euro was supposed to get stronger. If it did not breach the pivot, which is at 1.171, I'm expecting a bearish momentum for the pair on daily momentum. I would just take you for further details so that we can have a much more better outlook. I will just take you to the weekly. On weekly, I can see that it will start, and it looks like it will try to end up on a weekly candle as a green towards upward, because it has got rejection at resistance 1, which is at 1.176. you can see my cursor. So on weekly it got rejected, and once again it got rejected from the pivot. So it's trying to move toward upward, but the sellers but the buyers are exhausted, and it's trying to move upward, but it's not having a very good moment on the daily basis. Overall, the on daily chart we can see it's a bearish momentum, but it can be converted at any time point of frame to a bullish momentum. So be careful with the pair, as it can be highly volatile. Moving into GBPUSD, once again you can see we are having a doji candle being formed for the end of day. I will just check my setting if it's Heikin-Ashi. For the Heikin-Ashi 1-day candle, we can see that the overall the trend started to move upward, and then it slowly converted into a downward trend. So I'm expecting that if the way it continues and the dollar was not moving anywhere, and the dollar did not get any more stronger, or remains the same, we might see another Wednesday with a sideways market as well. Currently it's below the pivot, so I would speculate that it will try to move at a bearish momentum at 1.308. but if it goes beyond 1.321, it might change the momentum as a whole way, and it will start to move above, and it will try to target resistance 1 at 1.316. So we need to be careful, as the market has been really confusing from last 2 days. It has been a sideways market, and it's closing with the doji candles or harami candles. So we need to be careful and want to make sure that we enter a right trade. Please follow the pivot, which is at 1.312 on a daily basis. Enter for the buy position if it's above 1.312, and enter the sell position if it is below 1.312. So it's the pivot, it's the middle line. If it goes below, it's a sell. If it goes above, it's a buy position. Moving on to USD and Canadian dollar, we are expecting a very good news as well, that the oil inventories are there. As we can see, it was a bullish trend today, and it did not move really a lot. As we can see on the trend line, it tried to breach a resistance 1.318, but it got bounced back. It's the second time that it's getting bouncing back, and last time when it bounced back, the excuse me, the lower it went was 1.307, not lower than that. I'm expecting a bearish momentum, but as I said, if it keeps on itself above the pivot, then I cannot rule out that it will be a bullish momentum. So the pivot is at 1.3515. If it's above this level, I would expect and speculate that the trade is going towards a buy position, and we should enter a buy. If it goes below pivot, which is at 1.315 once again, and it will try to breach the support at 1.313. So as this support seems to be a very strong support, it has not been breached from last couple of days. So I would expect that it might get bounced back once again. So excuse me. Moving on to gold on a daily basis chart, we are having a bearish momentum at the moment, but we are expecting that it will change to a bullish momentum. As you can see, it's currently trading above the pivot, and we have got no doubt that it got rejected at 1.229, and it's still above 1.225, which means that it's at a complete bullish momentum. I will check my idea just if it is a candlestick. It's a Heikin-Ashi. Okay, in Heikin-Ashi we can see it's completely different momentum, and it got rejected from the lower level, which is at 1.220. I'm expecting that it will try to move up above the pivot, and it will try to make a very nice formation. But Heikin-Ashi gave us our downward momentum. So if it stays below 1.226, please do expect a sell position. If it stays above 1.226, please do enter a buy position. So that's all from Trade with Asim and Sajjad, my viewers. Thank you for watching, and I would expect you to trade very carefully as the market has been sideways and we cannot really predict. That's why I'm always asking for you from everyone that if it's below the pivot, go for sell. If it's above the pivot, go for a buy position.